Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shafia binti Syabuddin. My metric number 1202755. My title of this research proposal, The Influence of K-pop Culture on Students' Lifestyle among USIM students. Alright, for the introduction, culture is the result of human thought consciously acting in the group's life. Sir Edward Tyler says that culture is everything that members of a society learn together in society. In an era of modernization, cultural change rapidly due to progress of technology. South Korean popular music, known as K-pop, is the global dissemination of Korean popular culture, which is not solely influenced by Western culture. In Malaysia, the life of society is successfully influenced by Korean popular culture. K-pop music can anesthetize fans from side dynamic music to fashion models, and there are many products of Korean culture, including drama, movies, songs, fashion, and industry Korean product. Teenagers have particular place in their hearts for K-pop, and USIM students are no exception. Lifestyle is a way of living that is reflects in hobbies, interests, and viewpoints. K-pop culture too hence has an impact on students' political awareness and lifestyles, and the researcher will conduct research on the impact of K-pop culture on students' lifestyle among USIM students. The election of 200 students in USIM as the location for this study was observed by observing students who were elected to participate in the study. The researchers believe that this is because the students are attracted to the lifestyles and attitude for K-pop stars and often use Korean when talking to friends who share similar interests. Next, we move to the chapter 1. This chapter includes statement of the problem, the definition of terms, research question, research objective, and scope study. The first part of this chapter 1, which is research question. Research question of this proposal, which is first question, is there any partial significant influence of K-pop culture towards student lifestyles? Second, is there any factors that lead to K-pop culture among student lifestyle? And 3, what is the impact of K-pop culture on students' lifestyle? Alright, next part, which is research objective. The researchers set several objectives so that this study achieve the desired purpose and goals, as well as produce a study that can benefit the reader. Among the objectives to be achieved in this study are: first, to know any partial significant influence of K-pop culture towards student lifestyle. 2, to analyze the factors that influence K-pop culture among students' lifestyle. 3, to measure the consumption of the students through their frequency of consuming Korean pop culture. For the third part, which is scope of study, for clarification scope and focus problem research, so make delimitation is 1. This research include 2 variables, that is independent variable and dependent variable. Independent variable is a K-pop culture and dependent variable is a lifestyle. Okay, second, this research will be doing to measure of students from University Science Islamic Malaysia. Next part, statement of the problem. The USIM students population is seeing a trend of becoming more and more influenced by the Korean wave boom, with boy bands and girls band music ensembles like SNSD becoming popular. Teenagers in Malaysia have been mesmerized by Korean pop culture in recent years due to the unusual looks and entertaining makeup of K-pop musicians, as well as their distinctive dress. K-pop music also accessible and in line with consumer preference, making it popular with young people in general. this research also will look at the factors and impact of influence K-pop culture on students' lifestyle among students in USIM. Next part, the definition of the term. In the discussion of these proposals plans to be more focused on issue to be discussed while avoiding the perception of others. The limit terms relate to the title of the plan of this proposal are as follows. The effect of this proposal is a force that arises from K-pop culture that has an impact on the lifestyles towards USIM students. Alright, 1. K-pop culture is defined in this thesis as Korean pop, also known as K-pop, which is a subset of South Korean popular music. Second, a lifestyle is a way of living in the world that is reflected via activities, interesting, and ideas. Alright, let's move to the next chapter. Which is chapter 2. This chapter includes the industry of research definition, the relationship between dependent and independent variables, supportive theories, conceptual model, and hypothesis development. Alright, for the industry of definition, first one, which is culture. Culture is a complex whole made up of knowledge, trust, art, morality, science, law, tradition, and others' abilities, and human behavior as members of a society. It takes the form of socially performed behaviors by a member of the community that process and alter nature. Evolutionism has an impact on culture as it considers both the material and immaterial aspects of life. Second, which is K-pop. K-pop, an acronym for Korean Pop Hangul, is a South Korean musical style distinguished by a wide range of audiovisual components. It includes dance pop, pop ballads, electronic, rock, metal, hip-hop music, and R&B. The term of Korean wave refers to the dissemination of Korean popular culture throughout the world. South Korean can use its pop cultural sectors to access, tap, and enter overseas entertainment markets. The K-pop industry's ability to garner a substantial worldwide audience through social networking service and YouTube has facilitated a discernible increase in the global dispersion of the genre. Okay, the last one is lifestyle. Lifestyle is a way of existence that is expressed through one's hobbies, activities, and opinions. It includes of how they live, how they spend money, and how they spend their time. Personality includes natural characteristics such as self-confidence, assertiveness, autonomy, dignity, social grace, self-defense, and adaptability. Next, the relationship between dependent and independent variables. The influence of K-pop culture on students' lifestyle. Amalia Izzati's research revealed that K-pop culture had a significant impact on lifestyle, influencing how people dress and spoke. The study pengaruh budaya Korea terhadap gaya hidup remaja puteri di Kota Mojokerto by Dian Rizky explains that the selection of entertainment tastes that are more popular in Korea homogeneous, leading to a uniformity of taste for everything Korean. The choice of Korean pop culture followers are greatly influenced by Korean fashion, and respondents consume in K-pop in terms of cuisine, music, movies, Korean artists' way of life, appearance model, and language. Next, for the supportive theories, the Hindelang, Gom-Francet, and Garofalo trio create the lifestyle hypothesis, which states that no two people have the same lifestyle and that everyone has a variety of distinct lifestyles. Age, gender, education, marital status, household income, and race are all factors that affect this way of life and how susceptible it is to the dangers of committing a crime. the frequency of people connecting with a given type of lifestyle is greatly influenced by lifestyle, and the background and nature of daily activities have an impact on the amount of time spent engaging in risky behavior. Next, for the hypothesis development, in this research, the hypothesis will be to experiment the correctness of lifestyle among University Science Islam Malaysia students to influence K-pop culture. According to Sugiono, the hypothesis is a temporary response to problem research. Correct from hypothesis must be proved by collection data. Hypothesis 1, there are not influence K-pop culture in the lifestyles of students USIM. Hypothesis 2, there is an influence K-pop culture on the lifestyle of students USIM. Next, for the conceptual model. This conceptual framework for K-pop culture and students' lifestyle. The first one is K-pop culture and the second one lifestyle students. Alright, let's move to the last chapter, which is chapter 3. This chapter includes research method, research design, research population and sampling. For the research method, this research doing at the University of Science Islam Malaysia in Nilai Negeri Sembilan, choosing this place of research based on the problems contained in the research background. In addition, the selection of a place is done with the hope to provide information and description of the campus USIM about the influence K-pop culture on students' lifestyle. Alright, for the research design, this study used a quantitative approach to obtain complete data and information regarding the K-pop culture's influence on students' lifestyle among USIM students. It is based on the definition of quantitative research, which involves the calculation of the percentage on average, chi-square and other statistical calculations. Scientific instruments and measurements are used to make quantitative observation, and information that can be tailored mathematically is typically collected by surveys from large numbers of respondents chosen at random and evaluated using statistical technique. A quantitative survey method is appropriate for gathering data from a large number of participants through a variety of sources. Alright, for the third point, which is population. The target population of this research was the students in University Science Islam Malaysia. The accessible population was students in each faculty in USIMs that have been selected purposely elite, and the full range of these students that had been purposely elite with around 200. Alright, for the sampling. Sampling is the process of selecting a large enough number of components from the population to generalize certain properties or characteristics. This research used a random sampling technique, stratified random sampling, and stratification, which is faculty. Stratification is a successful research sampling strategy that adds more information for data generalizability with a given sample size. Additionally, probability sampling strikes a balance between the time and resources spent gathering, verifying, and analyzing the data and the accuracy of the results. The sample size is the actual number of participants selected from a sample to represent the characteristic of the population. Various methods for determining sample size have been addressed in the past, with a minimum sample size of 100 suitable for regression analysis or a preferred ratio of 20 observations for each research component. The USIM faculties were included in the research environment, and proportionate stratified random sampling was used in this study. The process was implemented in accordance with the theory put forth by Sekren, who claimed that the simple random sampling strategy comprises choosing participants at random from each group. The researcher identified the individuals by name and personally delivered the questionnaire at their place of business. Alright, for the conclusion of my proposal, this study explains the influence of K-pop culture on students' lifestyles among students in USIM. This study gives and lists out the problem statement, research question, research objective, significance of study, definition of variables, hypothesis development, research approach, research design, study population, and sampling for the influence of K-pop culture on students' lifestyle among students in University Saint Islam Malaysia. This study proved that Korean pop culture giving an impact and influence among students in USIM. That's all from me. Thank you.